Hey everybody, I'm back again with another video. Yes, I'm in the same outfit because this is the same day, recording after a couple hours of uploading the other video I made this morning. So in today's topic, we're going to talk about what is masculinity. What is the definition? What does it take to be masculine? Or how do you become masculine in this generation? Because as you know, masculinity is now a major topic and subject in our generation. I mean, as you guys know, I'm 23, I'm in my early 20s. So, masculinity is very important for men at our age group. Even older. It's important for any age. But our age group is the most important because we have the most energy, the most testosterone, and we can become smart at this age to later on be even more smarter and independent. Sorry about that. So, the first thing, what is masculinity? Masculinity is one, being a man of your word. A lot of men tend to lie and cover up this persona, thinking that because they act tough around somebody else, because they talk to a woman and they think because they're flexing that it makes them manly, or showing their muscles, thinking that they're brawly, it makes them competitive. In reality, it's cringe. You're making yourself look like a cornball. And two, women are not going to respect a man that doesn't respect himself mentally and physically first, correct? And another thing too, with this persona, men, we need to go back to the old days. We need to go back to how our grandparents lived, how our grandfathers once lived. I mean, they dressed well. My grandparents dressed well. They followed the book. They worked the job. They were able to provide. My grandfather was the one that always took care of the house. And he did what he had to do. He worked long hours he didn't want to work. He never said no. If my grandmother needed something from him, he never said no. Because here's the thing. It's all about doing your duty as a man. Responsibility and accountability is key. And we've lost that. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. All these influencers you see on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, a lot of them have their stuff together and they're right about what they're saying, but a lot of them also don't know what they're saying because they don't go into depth about masculinity. They tell you, go to the gym, talk to that girl, take steroids, they'll make you stronger faster, make people respect you. And although that's true, there's better ways to do this in a calm, respectful, gentleman manner way. I would never walk up to anybody and demand respect. It's not how it works, because that's how you get into a fight. And we want to prevent that nowadays, as young men especially. Now, what I would say is, if you want to talk to someone and meet them, like for instance, you go to a cigar lounge and you see a gentleman you never met, say, how you doing? My name is Aiden. What's your name? I like the way you started up today. I like the way you dressed up today. Compliment. There you go. Boom. That's another way of being a man as example. And masculinity is how you dress. And like I said, how you talk. Do you work out? Do you take care of yourself? Do you have a routine? Do you take accountability for the actions you have as a man, young or old? Because if you don't, there's something that you need to awaken in here that's not have awoken yet. It took me a long time to understand what masculinity was, and especially old masculinity. As you know, I am a young masculine guy, but sorry about that. My storage was full apparently. But anyways, back to the subject. So, as you guys know, as a 23-year-old gentleman, I would say, the way I live traditional masculinity is by the way I approach people and the way I dress. I would always say, good morning, sir. How you doing, sir? Or, I would talk to them with respect and calm words, calm energy, which is key. Most people don't even know how to conversate with somebody without getting aggravated over a little thing that itches their blood. And that's the problem. We forgot how to be calm, how to be civil. We forgot how to talk to people. But the minute you lock in, woman or a man, and you decide to take a deep dive into old masculinity and old femininity, you start to embrace something within yourself that only your grandparents can understand, even great-grandparents. And it makes you appreciate what life has given to you. It makes you appreciate everything around you, the valuables you have, and the things that you can use to your advantage. Like the internet. I learned a lot of things on the internet. A lot of them is based and a lot of them is not based. But the thing is, though, I took that information, that energy, and I combined it into what I know now. And so, working out is masculine, yes. Taking care of your wife, girlfriend, child, masculine, yes. Having a shaving routine as a man, masculine. Talking with a calm structure and make sure you can handle business, masculine. And just providing. Providing is the most important one. Providing for your girlfriend, your wife, your mom, family in general, looking after them. Anything anything they ask you for a favor, whatever, you do it without hesitation. Because as a man, that's your role in life. That's your role, and that's the goal too. To help others out. To show them who you are as an individual and here, because that's what they see, your heart. They see your physical appearance, but they don't see this. You got to show them that with the way you approach everything in life. And with that being said, let's talk about routines as a man. So for me, the first thing I do is wake up in the morning, right? Wake up in the morning, I wash up, but before I wash up, I clean my bed, fold everything, get my outfit out, throw it in the bed, then go to the restroom. I take a cold shower, and after that, I dry myself up, pat myself on the back, saying you already did something that you can accomplish today, so if you don't do anything else, at least you did your bed and now you took a shower. But brush my teeth, put on my deodorant, of course, I shave, I clean my hair, and that's it. I'm done after that. I get dressed and I go. That's the first symbol of masculinity, taking care of your appearance and loving yourself. It's the same thing as a woman. When a woman gets up in the morning, she does her bed, she goes to the bathroom, she gets ready, she brushes her teeth, just like us men do. It's important for both genders. It's very important. But I'll get into the topic about femininity another day, about women. But in this one, it's about the men. So I don't want to make this video too long, but it's a subject that needs to be said, and I don't mind talking about it. I've been there, and it took me a long time. It took me about 5 years to understand masculinity a little bit and to take a deep dive into the meaning of it. But everything I do every day is masculine of being a man. I take care of my family, I provide. Even if I don't have it all, I still give it all, and I offer it all if I have to. Having a routine, very important. Talking with a calm voice, and respecting your adults around you, your fellow adults, very, very masculine. But other than that, that's really the main part. Sorry about that. That's the main part. And like I'm doing right now, taking a walk, running a little bit, that's another sign of masculine energy. And just talking to people about how to become a better you and have responsibility. It's just you being yourself. As a man, you being yourself. That's all it is. If you think it's more than that, or you take it out of context or whatever, then that's up to you. But for me, being a man is easy. But it's hard because our life, we have to work for everything we want in life. We have to grind and hustle for accomplishments. But I like it. I love the challenges. Give me any challenge right now and I'll face it. True story. I don't mind it because it's better to go through the struggle as a young man than to drop it. And I'm sorry for cursing, but I'm going to say it, that be a little bitch. It's better to face the reality as a man and do the challenge and get through it and just become stronger mentally, physically, than be a bitch about it. And I don't take that back. I don't take it back, and I won't. So, with that being said, oh man, I just love this weather. I love it. Just taking a second to meditate and pray and breathe is just one of the best feelings you can have and do as a person, as a human being. And we need to get more in touch with the reality of the world. As a woman, as a man, we need to get back into touch. Because our ancestors did this every single day. They went outside, they got fresh air, they spoke to one another, they had coffee, they got the sun. We don't do that anymore. You know, I mean, a lot of people do, but majority of them, 99.1%, don't do it. We need to bring that back. We need to bring this back. This will save our problems. This will calm our stress down. And we won't have to worry about running away from our problems, but facing them like an adult, like a grown man or a grown woman. That's how we'll overcome this fear. Remember, rejection, it's not the end of it. I learned this as a businessman. A no never means never. It just means not yet. Literally. But obviously, I don't want to turn the subject because this is about masculinity, right? But, yeah. After this video, I'm going to go for a little jog. This will be uploaded later on by maybe 8 o'clock. And, yeah, the next video tomorrow will be about another topic, but you guys won't know until I post. So, I'll end it off in another minute and a half. But I just hope everybody out there is enjoying the content I'm posting. And if you guys have anything, any ideas, what you want to hear, what you want me to talk about, just write it down. It only takes 3 seconds. You know? Whatever y'all want me to talk about, what I'll do. And after that, life moves on and on and on. And all you can do is change the world and change your environment. And that's what I've been doing for the past few months after I got stuck out of the matrix, and that's what I'm going to continue doing. So I hope you all enjoyed this video of me ranting about masculinity and talking about the importance of being a man and woman is. And see you in the next one. It's been a good one. Peace out.